What's goody, gang? I'm back on PCVR. I haven't been on PCVR in a while due to some minor damage, but I'm back on PCVR. This video is gonna be a tutorial of like all of Gorilla Tag. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. This video is gonna be separated into 3 parts: walls, branches, and ground. There'll be timestamps to the parts in the description, so if you want to just see a specific thing. For example, for basic climbing walls, you could use this wall. This wall is a lot better because it's more slanted. So what you want to be doing, you kind of want to just go at an angle, pull towards like this area of the wall. So you pull towards there and turn right before, and you do this exact same thing but the other way. So just pull yourself towards there. You just keep pulling towards the corner, like you're pulling towards the corner. If you start panicking and you're about to fall, just calm down and try again until you get to the top like this, and then try again. Just keep doing that, like do about 5 times or until you master it. Just start from the side, jump up a little bit if you want, or you can stand the ground and pull towards this corner and pull towards this corner. And you just keep going up. So with walls, you want to be hitting straight down. Just for beginners, you want to be hitting exactly straight down and just keep practicing until you get it. Really, you just gotta keep hitting straight down. Or if you want to practice wall running, left-handed this way or right-handed that way. Just along this area, get to here, and just kind of wall run around this area until you get the hang of it. Time for more advanced stuff on walls. This isn't too advanced stuff, but it's just gonna be a little bit more advanced. Next, we're gonna be using this wall. And on this wall, I'll be teaching you Lucio running and verticaling. Okay, so with Lucio running, we're gonna do that first. What you wanna do is kind of like just wall running like you did normally, like angling, like pulling yourself towards the wall, up as well as forward. And you use just 2 hands. So you go boom, 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 boom. So what I usually do for Lucioing, I usually just use mainly my right hand, just like wall run normally, and use my left hand as like a stabilizer. Go back and forth, like staircase your hands in the exact same place. Just kind of rotating your hands. Mainly use your right hand or your dominant hand, whatever dominant hand you are. I'm right hand dominant. So if you're left hand dominant, you just go like this. The same thing, but with your left hand. Think of Lucioing as kind of like a vertical, like just with one hand just going straight up, a vertical. I'll explain that in a little bit. Plus your other hand going forward. Now I'm going to talk about verticaling. Verticaling is sort of like Lucio running, but with only one hand, and you go straight up. You can go a little bit forward, just normal wall running. So like for practice, you don't have to immediately go straight up. And I'll explain different variations of verticaling and how to vertical better or whatever, how to do that. For now, I'm just gonna teach you basic things of how to vertical. It kind of works like I was explaining before, where you just wanna hit straight down, but verticaling, you just wanna do it a little bit faster. So you like kind of just do like a little like oval motion almost, like oval motion like this. People say do like a circle like this, but no, oval motion is better. Like you get hit the wall more, like an oval like this. You go up a lot faster, and it's a little easier to control, I feel like. Just with walls, you just gotta keep practicing. Just keep playing walls. Like if you just want to practice, just playing public lobbies. Just practice all those. Don't practice a specific skill unless you want to, of course. I recommend just practice all skills just in situations you are in public lobbies. Now I'm gonna explain more advanced stuff with walls, how to get better from just basic stuff. Okay, first thing, I'm going to explain to get better at vertical. This method helped me a lot. I don't really understand why it helps. I mean, I do kind of understand why it helps, but it's just really crazy how this works. This vertical method was made by Happy. It's really effective. I call it the backwards D. I don't know what he calls it, but like it's like a normal vertical oval, but like it's more direct on how you move your hand. You go straight down, curve, straight down, like a backwards D. That's why it's called backwards D, obviously. I'm so good at names. Using this, you get a lot more controlled hits. The definition of vertical, you go straight up, but you don't technically have to go straight up for it to be a vertical. As long as you're just going up the wall with one hand, like genuinely straight up, then that's a vertical. Now with Lucioing, it's kind of like more of extending your arms and pulling farther. Like with Lucioing, people just think, oh, you just keep it to your, just do like one motion. If you do that motion and like stretch out and pull, you can do it a lot faster. It's just a lot harder to do. Like pulling your arms out farther and pulling more. It's just kind of like a way to go faster in Lucioing. If you just want to get better at these in general, go in like public lobbies, like infection lobbies, public lobbies, competitive, and just play that one mechanic the best you can. You obviously can go on other mechanics, but play that one mechanic you want to learn. Yeah, and then you'll eventually get better at it. That's how I get better at like everything I do. I focus on one mechanic, and I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So you could just go in public lobby, focus on just walls, just play walls. People might get annoyed at you, but that's fine. You're learning still. Yeah, just keep practicing. Eventually you get better. You might not see the progress right away. It might take us like a few weeks, but you'll eventually get way better. And it just, yeah, that's how walls really work. Okay, now we're gonna learn branching. Branching is a very like muscle memory / memory kind of thing. This one definitely takes a lot of practice. Keep that in mind. This will take practice. Don't get frustrated when you try it. Okay, so the basic steps to learn branching. How standard branching works is kind of just hitting the branches and going somewhere. Kind of just use routes like this. Really basic routes, just to stay on top of the branches Nothing really too crazy. Made a little sick long jump, and you're just kind of moving along. It's like this takes time. You're not gonna be as fast as what I'm going right now, which isn't really fast compared to a competitive standard. You can try like going here, maybe try to make this jump right here, and then you jump here. You can climb up here, and just keep moving around the branches, going different which ways, and you eventually just learn how to do it a lot better. Next, this is one thing that everyone wants to learn. This is underbranching. It's a very small mechanic compared to all the other ones, but everyone really likes it. It's where like you come up from a branch this way and then go under it and then hit. Oh, whoa. Come up from a branch and then go hit like that. That's what underbranching basically is, right there. I say practice on this one. This is pretty simple. There's a lot of branches you can practice on, but the main one's right here that I like to do it on. What you want to work on, you want to try to hit past the branch. Like when I start, you're starting behind it, underneath it. Try to go under it, like kind of throw the needle right to there, like that. Once you master kind of just getting like this, then you can move on to something else. Now you're gonna focus on trying to hit the branch. You're not gonna hit the branch right away. You still need to warm up to get to there. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna do the exact same thing you've been doing so far, but try to look at the branch the entire time. So you go under it, you're looking at it like that. You see how you're just constantly looking at the branch? Like that, you just look at it. So you're looking at the branch that you want to go on, and then go behind it and look at it like that. Now you want to learn how to hit the branch. So basically what you want to do is the exact same thing you've been practicing, except for you hit it at the very end. Yeah, that's just the basic underbranch right there. You did it. Okay, now I'm going to explain more advanced branching and another thing called a spike pick. So how a spike pick works is you kind of want to go from above the branch, like kind of from an angle of the branch, and you want to go like this and go backwards like that. Kind of like a hospital flip, but you're just going backwards. So how you do this is kind of look how it looks. You want to go like this, have your right hand on the branch, or left hand. This is the opposite of what I'm explaining right now if you're left-handed. Go down, kind of turn your body, and then pull. You go like this, go 360, and then pull, like that. This obviously takes a lot of practice, just like walls, but if you just go into a game and just like focus on it directly, focus on just branching or just doing that thing, you'll eventually get better at it. It might take a few weeks or a few months, or a few days, depending how well you pick it up. But yeah, don't get frustrated if it doesn't work first try. Just keep trying and learning, and eventually you'll get it. Okay, now we're gonna talk about more advanced branching. It's a very time-consuming process because you want to memorize most every tree and every branch in the game, so you don't have to do routes. You can just free branch like crazy. So you can go like this and have 2 routes. Like I could go like up here, I know, and then I can go back, I know, up to that branch that I missed. Right here, I could do 2 under branches. I could under branch, go back, spike pick, under branch here, or I could under branch here, hit back up to this branch. You see, you wouldn't have known this branch was here if you just blindly hit. But since I just blindly hit, but I knew it was here because I blindly hit, I could land on it because I knew it was there. So just kind of just playing around with branches, kind of going, maybe hit like a hospital flip like that. No, that was not hospital. Just kind of just figuring out where all the branches are while hitting like branching, like under branch stuff. May hit a wall every once in a while. You can hit walls to kind of look back and see what we're doing. I'll explain how it's useful. Like watch, you can like drop down here, hit a wall, look where you're gonna land and get a landscape everything. May see if lob monkeys are chasing you. You can spike picking isn't very, you don't use it a lot that much, but it's a little useful. Like right there, you can just spike pick, maybe throw some people off, go like that, hit some clean stuff. You know, branching is not always just to get away. You could just do it for fun, just to make it look cool. But that's basically branching right there. Okay, this is the end of the branching tutorial. Please subscribe. It took me a long time to record. I hope that you can learn about this and get better at your game, since most of you probably just got a new VR headset because it's Christmas. Now we're going to talk about ground. So you see ground, I'm a ground main, so I'm pretty good at ground. I don't really play PC, so I'm not the best right now at any of these. Keep that in mind, I usually play like Stand and Quest, so switching back to PC is a little bit of a setback if you want to say that. But I'm assuming since you guys just barely got the game, you guys want to learn how to move on the ground in the first place. Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to just move in general, and I'll progress pretty fast for those people who just want to learn how to just run faster. So just keep watching and you'll be fine. So to move, you just want to use one hand, or one hand per step. So you want to kind of move parallel to the ground. You hear a lot of people saying that, but it really is true. Parallel to the ground, you just go like parallel, like that. Like what you could practice, like pulling and like sliding a little bit. Just try to hit as much parallel to the ground as possible. Draw my controller. Or you could like try to just like hits like that, or just forward more. Instead of going straight up like most people do, you don't have to go exactly parallel. You could just do like hits like this, that make you go forward. But going parallel is gonna be the fastest way to move. First, we're gonna talk about the motion you need to do the run. The motion doesn't really matter as much. Once you find like the general motion that feels best for you, that's usually the best, and just how you use your certain motion that you make up. I'll show you a few motions that I do sometimes. My main fast motion I do, I kind of reach all the way out and pull like that on both hands. Just kind of go like kind of just pulling flat on the ground. That's my motion. There's lots of motions that you can do. That one's a little more advanced for more advanced players. You could just do like the one where you're behind the back and just hitting back and forth a lot. That kind of works. It's just not as fast, but it's just better for beginner players. Now we're gonna talk about speed. Obviously, if you had a point where you're going the max speed cap, like look, if you go like this, you're going max speed cap right now. If you just hit like this. But if you want to go faster, you want to move your hands faster and use a certain motion that I use. If you have tag freeze that you can't move at all, but you can like, if you pull your hand like that, like pull your hand, like you can like move yourself like this, you know? That's basically how you break speed cap and go a lot faster. My run I explained, we want to be pulling forward and pulling all the way back. A good way to practice how to pull yourself is to get tag freeze and just try to go as far as you possibly can. Like I made one video about it. It'll be right here. It's called like Abusing Gorilla Tag Physics. And I was able to make it from here all the way to campfire with tag freeze. To know if you master the skill, try to get from gazebo brick wall here all the way to here with tag freeze on. If you do that faster, just move your arm faster. Like look at that, see? Like reach out, pull, then push. Like in one motion. Even with one hand, I'm breaking speed cap right now. And you see? And if you apply it to two hands, you can break speed cap pretty fast. That was kind of slow. Like I said, I'm not used to PC right now, so it's a little bad. I'll do third person. You see how I'm like, it looks like I'm like kind of like cheating? What was it? Sort of, like where I'm like, that's with me going like this. See, I get an extra little boost right here. See, I go this much faster as I'm going speed cap, which puts me over the limit of speed cap, basically because I'm just pulling myself using the tag freeze, like moving like I have tag freeze on. You see it kind of, it's like pulling me and hitting. I'm like pulling and hitting. You see that? Also, you competitive pros, don't flame me in the comments saying I'm slow. It's the video. It makes me look slow. Plus, I'm playing on a thing that I'm not used to, so don't diss me. Next thing we're going to talk about is play space abuse, aka PSA. So PSA in the Gorilla Tag community means play space abuse. Play space abuse can either mean crash jumping or like walking in real life. I did a little test last year where I went from this snowman to this tree, one with just normal running and one with play space. So play spacing helps you a lot with running. It is, you can't get ranked using play space because that's like you'll get like a warning or whatever. So don't try to get ranked with play spacing. And also make sure you have enough space. I don't want you to kill yourself by hitting something. I'm gonna do the exact same test I did last time. So I'm gonna go from the snowman to that tree normally, then with play space, and put the footages back to back and time it and see which one got faster. This is just normal. Right there, like that. I'm going a lot faster, so it's gonna be a little harder time. Oh, I need to get some play space ready, bro. I'm gonna perish if I hit something. Okay. That's just play space right there. No, I only play space one step there, so I don't know if that made that big of a difference, but my last ground tutorial video, yeah, play spacing definitely makes a difference with your running. Use caution when play spacing because I don't want you to hit anything. One thing you see a lot on TikTok or like YouTube or something is people racing other people in lobbies. Now, if you get asked to race, it's either someone who's extremely good at the game or they're cheating. If you want to learn how to race, I'll show you how to race and like where the racing spots are and the best way to win a race. Because racing is unlike normal ground. With normal ground, you can go like left and right and like stuff like that to juke the person, but you're not really trying to juke someone during a race. You're just trying to go faster in a straight line than them. So there's a few spots that people use for racing. There's obviously the classic one from this spot right here to the end of the map there. So racing, you kind of want to practice kind of going in a straight line because I'm a lot faster going like doing like sideways and going down hills and stuff than going in a straight line. But anyways, you want to become the biggest racist, racing. What? Yeah, just go forward. Practice going forward. Practice not like steering away. Practice learning the ground so you know where to hit. And this track usually ends right here. Another track right here where you can go from this wall right here to gazebo. This is another thing you can get ranked on. Learn how to run in a straight line. Learn the terrain and how to hit on certain terrain. Because on other trains, you don't want to go parallel in general, just the general ground. You want to go parallel to each train. Instead of going like this, where I go like just hitting a parallel, I get a lot more airtime than I want to. Right here, see? I get lots of airtime. But say if I go like this, go here, and then pull straight down, then I instantly can hit again. It says hitting is everything. You want to hit as much as possible. If you like reach over the tip of it, then you can like hit a lot faster and like, yeah, get more hits in. Like instead of just hitting forward like this, like that may seem fast, but you want to go like get in the indents and like learn how to hit in certain indents at certain angles. That's basically another factor you can use to win races, is learn how to hit in certain places of the ground. That's the end of this ground tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I need subscribers. Now this is the end of the whole entire video here. Please rewatch other slots if you need it. I'll post separate videos of each section in like a day or so you can go just watch those separately if you want to learn certain things. I'm posting a lot more hopefully in the future, so keep in tune for that because it's gonna be great. #SuperXCloud the best.